Hello everyone, Mario the Smash Bro here, and welcome back to Cuphead. Today, we're revisiting INKWELL Isle 3, and we have 7 bosses that we're going to be taking care of in Expert difficulty, aiming to achieve an S rank. Around the 2/3 mark into the video, I'm actually going to be taking a bit of a break to go and collect every single one of the coins, so that we can purchase a special item to take on one of the bosses later in the video. First up, we have Rumor Honeybottoms in Honeycomb Herald.
This match will get red hot. Now go.
So for this fight I have the charger and the lobber equipped. Start by continuously firing your charger at him. He'll frequently drop a ticking time bomb that shoots the spikes. The pink spikes will come out on the diagonal, so be sure to parry them. Be sure to get all 3 of the parries in this first phase. It will be pretty damn difficult to get parries later on. It is possible, but I recommend getting them now. Keep on using your lobber as long as you're above him, and you should be fine for this first phase. Now she can either appear in the middle or on the 2 sides. She appears in the middle for me, so I wait for her to spawn, and then I use my super on her immediately. I then switch to my lobber and continuously fire at her while staying on the middle platforms on her left, and I keep on jumping and then going through the platform on the bottom to make sure I don't get hit by those little bee bullet bill looking things. Just keep firing the charger at her when she's on the sides. The triangle shoots out more little tiny triangles. Those tiny triangles are pink, so yes, they can be parried. This time she appears on the right. Once again, I continuously hit her with the charger. That pink ball is parryable as well, but I choose to avoid it. Now, she's in her final phase. So this is the good chance to use your super. It will be difficult to use your super when she turns into a plane, so use it now if you have it. As she flies to the bottom, switch to your lobber and then stay on one of the sides. I stay on the left because that's where I happen to be. Use your ability anytime you get the chance. If she uses her buzzsaw arms, use your dashes to evade it. But if not, just keep on firing. Alright, so now that we've taken out Rumor Honeybottoms, we're now fighting Captain Brinybeard in Shootin' and Lootin'. For this fight, I have the spread and the charger equipped. The main weapon you're going to be using is the charger. This fight requires a lot of multitasking. He will start shooting out some little bullet pellet things at you. Be sure to get every single pink one that you possibly can. It will get your abilities charged much quicker. As soon as you get your super, be sure to use it. Keep on firing at it. Now you'll see that the boat will start chewing and then spitting out cannonballs. That's your cue to jump up to avoid them. I use my spread a little bit so that I can get some damage off onto him. And I try to get some more parries off here, even though it's a bit difficult. Now I'd recommend just keeping yourself safe and using the spread to protect yourself from these little dogfish. Once again, I use my super here because I happen to have it. He shoots a pink one and I parry it. You'll see then summons a squid. I use my charge shot and my spread and it immediately gets taken out. We're now moving on to the final phase. I do bait out the treasure chest a little bit just so I don't have to worry about it. And with a little glass object circle underneath you, make sure to jump over them. You are able to crouch and dash at the same time, so it's very easy to keep on moving around even while the laser is being shot at you. I do try to get a bit of extra damage in there using my spread power, but I don't get a whole lot of damage in there. Just keep on firing with your charge shot until it gets taken out. So we've defeated Captain Brinybeard, now we're fighting Sally Stageplay in Dramatic Fanatic. We're basically just going to be using the charger for this fight, but I do believe I also have the spread equipped. So we're going to want to get all 3 of our parries at the very beginning. Be sure to use your charger and then run straight into her and then dash through her. Just keep on using the invisible dash or the smoke bomb dash and just keep on firing. It's very important to keep on moving during this phase. So I can see that she's now very close to moving on to her next phase, but I still do have another parry to get, so I wait around for her to use it. She'll blow a heart. There you go. Parry the pink heart, and then I fire one more time at her, and you'll see that little flying babies will fly into the air, and we're moving on to her next phase. If you stand on the left, she'll spawn on the right and vice versa, so I stand on the left. I stand on the left and then continue to fire at her with my charger. I don't use my super yet. Hold off until a bit later in the fight. You need to be very mindful of the obstacles. The babies will drop little bottles of milk down from the sky, and you'll see all these mice coming for you. I use my super here because I'm aware that I'm going to get hit, and then I dash immediately to the left so I don't fall into the fan. She has a lot of health during this phase, so it's good that we've taken her out now. Continuously use your charger and occasionally get an ability. I do happen to attack the meteor to get the starter up here, but you don't have to do that if you have the smoke bomb. Lightning is fairly easy to avoid if you have the smoke bomb, but you can still avoid it without it. You can see the big wave and just dash straight through it. For this final phase, she doesn't have much health. So just jump over the umbrella like you would normally and then shoot on a diagonal to hit her. It should only take 3 or 4 shots to take her out. We've now defeated Sally Stageplay. Next up is Werner Werman in Murine Core. For this fight we have the lobber and the roundabout equipped. At the very beginning we're going to continuously use our lobber on him, make sure that we get the cannonball first so we can get some parries off. It's very difficult to get parries off after this phase, so we're going to try to get them as soon as possible. Now we have all 3 parries, and now we have our super, so we're going to use it. When he shoots the tomatoes at you with the cannon, just get your roundabout and then use the reverse roundabout to do some damage to him while you're on the far left. He's now going to move to the left-hand side of the screen, so I'm going to hit him a bit, dash through him, and continuously fire at him. Now he's going to move to the middle of the screen, shoot him a little bit, then switch to your roundabout and start firing at him. During this phase, you do need to be very careful of the little bottle cap buzzsaws, so sort of just follow the pathway that I take. It doesn't take too much to take him out if you continuously shoot at him. So the final phase, we're going to stand in the very middle, shoot straight up at him. As soon as the cat moves the paw, dash the opposite way so you don't get hit by the paw. The wooden planks will come from the same side that the paw does, so you're basically safe if you dash far away. Be careful of the things that the rats shoot at you because they'll hit the ground and then they'll bounce off in 2 different directions. And I move to the side and I use my super so I can do some damage to the cat, as well as all the rat ghosts. Stand in the middle and continuously fire while switching between weapons. Use your ability if you get the chance. I knew he was going to take some damage there and be taken out, so I used my ability there. Alright, so that was Werner Werman. We're now fighting Dr. Carl's robot in Junkyard Jive. First airborne fight in this world, and it's a fairly difficult one in fact. We're going to fly to the top of the screen and we're going to fire some bombs at his laser so we can take that out immediately. Make sure to use your bombs and your regular missiles to take out the little things that are floating up to the top of the screen. Start firing a couple missiles at the bottom compartment of his robot. This will take out the bottom section. Then we're going to start firing at the middle sections. Be sure to parry the wall things that are appearing without getting hit by the nuts and bolts. If a bomb happens to appear, take it out. We don't want to worry about that later in the fight. His heart will be exposed once you've destroyed everything. Use your super on the heart as soon as possible. There's a lot going on in here, so it's very difficult to follow. That's the strategy. Now switch to your bombs. We're going to follow him around and then chuck a bomb. Make sure that we use the bombs there. Use your missile when he's coming around the top. Use your bomb when he's down the bottom. And then missile up top again. Repeat. Now moving into his final phase, this is the most difficult phase of him. He's going to start firing a load of little tiny crystal shards from his big crystal. If you do happen to feel like you're in a bit of a pinch, then just turn into a tiny plane and then navigate through. You won't lose too much time if you do that, and you'll be making sure that you don't take damage, so it's worth it. Use your super on him as soon as you get the chance. Try to parry some of his little mini crystal shards as well. That'll make it a lot quicker. Right, so we've defeated Dr. Carl's robot. We're now up to Cala Maria in High Seas Hijinks. But before we do that, there are some things that we need to do first, or some things that I want to do first. If you follow the on-screen guidance, I'm going to be showing all the different locations for the coins throughout the worlds. There will be 4 coins in total just scattered throughout the worlds, and there'll be 2 additional coins that you get on INKWELL 2 talking to the NPCs. Right, so this NPC right here, she will give us a coin if we look for a different way around the island. So there'll be a little secret pathway behind the mountain here. If we go all the way around the island, and then come all the way back down to her, she'll give us a coin. Thanks fellas, I knew there was a faster way to cross the island. Now I'll be first on all the rides again. Here, take this coin as my way of saying thanks. Alright, so the next NPC on this island is going to be another guy over here who's juggling. Now, to get the coin from the juggler, you need to have parried 4 times without touching the ground. Here I heard you managed to parry 4 times in a row. I'll bet you're so proud you could burst. Here's a coin to reward your persistence, boys. Don't spend it all in one place now. Now, I'm sure that you'll be able to do that when you're fighting certain bosses and when you're doing certain levels. So, now we're in here, we're going to purchase the whetstone and the twin heart before we head to Cala Maria. We're going to equip the twin heart so we have 5 health, because this is a tough boss. Alright, so we're going to continuously hit her with a missile because that's the highest DPS. Everything in this fight's going to be luck-based, so basically it requires a whole lot of restarting to get it right. When she shoots the little electric dolphin things, just circle around them so that they both go past. Keep on going back and forth across the seahorse so that you don't get too disrupted by the water it shoots at you. As soon as I get my super, I use it so that I can go and get some more parries off the sea urchins. You can also get parries from the red fish. Right, so we're going to keep on firing at her. It's at this part where I took damage the first time. I ended up accidentally moving down into one of the bullets that the turtle shoots. That's okay because we still have 4 health and we need 3 health to get the HP bonus of 3. So we're going to wait a little bit and then move up to avoid her freezing rays. Use the bomb so that we can do some damage to her and then avoid the eels. We're going to stay above her just so we can avoid the ray thing that will turn us to stone once more. And I'm just going to continuously use my rocket attack. Now, when you do happen to get frozen in stone, the best thing to do is wiggle as much as possible with the different ways of moving, so up, down, left, right, while spamming the parry button. It's pretty much the quickest you can do it, but if you do happen to stuff that up, then I totally feel you it happens all the time, and it's really luck-based. So on this final phase, all you've got to do is just keep on moving, hope that you don't get frozen and get hit by an object. I'm now on 3 health, so I better not take any more damage for this fight. I'm pretty much just spamming all the buttons and hoping for the best, hoping that I don't get hit by an object. I shoot a couple more rockets at her, and that's pretty much her taken care of. I was very close for this fight though. I was very close to taking damage a lot of times. Alright, so now we've defeated Cala Maria. Our 7th and final boss is Phantom Express in Railroad Wrath. For this fight, I've got equipped the Charger and the Roundabout. We're going to use our Roundabout a fair bit on the boss in the first phase, and we're just going to keep on using our ability to clear out the eyes and also do damage to the boss itself. You're going to get a lot of parries in this fight from the little bars that the pumpkins will drop down on you, so be sure to get as many of those as possible. Parry the pink rings, and then move the carton to the very center of the screen for this next phase. I'm going to use my X as much as possible at the very first bit. Now what we're going to do is just continuously fire at him with the Roundabout. Right, so we're going to have 2 targets, one on the top left, one on the top right. I'm just firing at the one on the top left because I'm closest to it. I'm just going to continuously fire using the Roundabout once again, wait for it to pass using its electric breath, get another parry off, and then keep on firing. We've now got to move to the other side because it will alternate going back and forth. When you only have one of him, then obviously he's the only one who's going to shoot, so we know exactly what's going to happen. We're just going to stay on this side so we can keep ourselves safe. And then continuously fire him once again, and then he's taken care of. So, we're now going to move the cart to the far left and get our Charger ready. As soon as he appears in frame, as soon as the tail appears, parry it, jump, and then use your super, so you'll get one shot of the Charger and then the full force of the super, and then shoot twice with a full charge, and then you'll get him knocked out. So with all of the bosses on Inkwell Isle 3 complete, let's take a look at our list. As you can see from World 1, 2 and 3, every single boss is S ranked and all of the run and gun levels have been completed in P rank or Pacifist. So that means the only world we have left to complete is Inkwell Hell. So next time on Cuphead we're going to be heading into the casino and we've got 2 more bosses we need to fight. We have the longest boss fight in the game, King Dice, and the Devil. So that's what we're going to be doing next time. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Cuphead, and I'll see you guys next time.